Hi, ladies. Welcome to the webinar. I'm excited to have you guys here. Give me a couple of minutes while I get all of this goodness set up for you guys. So wait 1 second, okay? Perfect. Hello, everybody. So a couple of things before we get started. Number one, this lady is here with me. My husband, who is a pastor, I don't know if some of you guys know that, he got called into the hospital earlier today, and he was supposed to take care of little lady while I did this webinar, and he's unable to do that because life happens, right? So the wonders of being a ministry family. And so she's here with me. Hopefully she stays quiet. If she doesn't, we'll figure it out, right? We're all moms. We all get it. So that's the first thing. Second thing, I woke up this morning and, I was getting ready for the webinar and hey there, hi. And my slides completely gone. Completely gone. My computer ate them at some point overnight. So you get my glamorous background of my office. It's brand new. I'm moving into it. So we're not going to have slides today. You get to see my lovely face talking. So thanks for bearing with me. Life is not perfect, but I'm excited that you guys are here. I'm excited to be sharing this information with you. And I'm excited to like spill the deets on the $30,000 launch, because if there's one thing I know, it's that you guys have big dreams, you want big results, and I want to help you get those results, okay? So I have notes. I'm going to be reading off of them, and we're just going to go with it, okay? We're just going to go with it. So welcome to the webinar. I am excited to have you guys here. As you log in, I would absolutely love to know where you're coming from. I think the beauty of online business is that I get to hear from people from all around the world. So I would love for you guys to put in the comments in the chat box where INGTON Virginia, I can't spell, Arlington, Virginia. There we go. I want to know where you're coming from. So I put Arlington, Virginia. I'm right outside of DC. Oh, we have South Africa. Super cool. Kenya. Oh my gosh, even cooler. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So as you guys are logging in, tell me where you're coming from. We have Pasadena, California, San Francisco, California. Nice, nice. Peru, even cooler, even cooler. Trinidad and Tobago. This is awesome. Good stuff, good stuff. Well, welcome, ladies. I'm happy to have you guys here today. So as you guys are logging in, this chat box that you guys are typing in right now, this is how you guys are going to talk to me during this webinar, okay? I don't want it to be me sitting here talking at you guys. I want it to be interactive. I want to learn from you guys. I want to learn where you are, where you're at with your business. So drop all of your burning questions in the chat box, okay? And let's talk about launching your amazing programs, okay? Cool. And I think we have Ontario. Very cool. Hey, Justine, nice to see you. Cool, cool, cool. All right, guys. So you're probably wondering who I am. I know I targeted my warm audience in these Facebook ads. So theoretically, all of you guys kind of know who I am. But I want to tell you a little bit about where I've been and where I'm going. So I'm a business strategist for mompreneurs. I'm Allison Hardy. I forgot that part. I help women raise their businesses while they raise their families so that they can live life on their own terms. That's a big motivator for me. That's a big motivator for my clients. So I've been in the online business for over 10 years at this point, and I think I've had 5 different businesses, which is crazy to think about, right? So I help my clients develop strategy in 3 main areas. So number 1, automation. So you can actually take a day off and your business actually produces results. Second thing is leveraging their story through authentic social media backed by Facebook Live. You guys know I'm a lover of Facebook Live. I love live video. I think it's the quickest way to develop the know, like, and trust factor. So I help my clients figure out authentic social media, what that looks like for them, and then we implement Facebook Live. And then the last thing is becoming an email marketing ninja. And email marketing has been a game changer for me and for my business and for many of my clients' businesses. So I think email marketing is extremely important. So I live right outside of Washington, D.C. in Arlington, Virginia. Cool thing is I can see the Washington Monument in my morning walk with my dog, which is super cool. With my husband, Tier, my 4.5-year-old little guy, Camden, and my 3-month-old little lady, Nora. Hopefully she stays asleep during this. And a little bit of insight into how I operate. So I am a very black and white person. I love strategy. I love numbers. And I love launching. I love it. It's like my favorite thing in the whole world. But I didn't always love it, and I wasn't always good at it. So April 2016, so 2 years ago, I launched this program that I knew was going to change lives. I knew it was going to do so well. I knew it was going to be my big thing. My goal was a $10,000 month because I hadn't had one yet. I launched, and absolutely no one bought. No one bought. And I spent $1,200 on ads. I did 3 webinars that were life-changing, I thought, for my attendees. But no one else saw it that way. I would have maybe one person show up live. One time I sent out the wrong link to join me, so nobody joined me. And it was defeating. And it really made me question who I was, what I was doing, and why all of this. Carrie Ann says, anyone else having trouble? No sound. Oh, Carrie, try logging off and logging back in. So I'll type that since you can't hear me. Can you guys hear me? I'm assuming you can because you typed your names in, or your locations were. You can. Justine can. Okay. Anyone else having audio problems? Okay, thanks, Carrie. If you guys are having audio problems, click out of this, leave, and then come back in. Let's try that. Okay, cool. Thanks, guys. Thanks for responding. So yeah, it was defeating. I was questioning everything I was doing. I was like, is this all a big mistake? Did I totally screw my family over by doing this? What is going on? I was really questioning what I was doing. But now, 2 years later, and I stuck with it, and multiple $30,000 launches later, I know that what I was missing in that launch was strategy. I was missing what to do when, how to do it, and all of that. And so that's what I want to share with you guys today. So some of my business highlights, so I want to show you guys where I was and where I'm going, is I grew my business by 400% in 2017. I went from $25,000 in sales in 2016 to $10,000 in sales in 2017. And I won another 400% this year in 2018. I've been in online business for 10 years, had 5 different businesses. I've been featured in Washington Life magazine as one of the top 40 professionals under 40 in the Washington, D.C. area to watch, which was super cool, and I got to go to a really awesome party. And I have a podcast called Life by Design, where I feature stories of entrepreneurial women who are redefining the term having it all. And I love that term, and I love talking about these women with it. Oh, okay. Android. I don't know your name. You say, I am in a bus going home and I can't hear, but it's because it's noisy. Okay, cool. So my number one goal for 2018 is to help every single woman I work with to make 6 figures. I think that is the number that everyone is going for. And if you guys aren't in the US, think about the number that's oh, when I make that amount of money, I will be able to pay all my bills. I'll be able to pay off some debt. It's the number that everyone strives for. So in the US, it's 100,000. So wherever you are in the world, apply that to here. So that's my goal, is to help you do that this year. So many of you guys tell me your big heart-centered dreams and how you want to be charitable and how you want to pay off debt so you can give more money and how you want to, do all these big crazy things, but you're not making enough money. You can barely pay your own bills. And if that's where you guys are, that's where I was. And it's really my goal for helping everybody make 6 figures it's not really even about the money. It's about what change that money can facilitate. So I've had women tell me crazy things. I've had them tell me that they aren't eating healthy and they're on blood pressure medicine because They don't have the money to buy whole, healthy foods. I've had women tell me that they're working 3 jobs and they're trying to start an online business so they can help their mom out to pay her bills. I've had women tell me that they're stuck in terrible marriages because they can't leave because they don't have the money to do so. And so I believe that money facilitates change in the world. I think that we as moms, as women who are entrepreneurs, we have a duty to give back. I think that our businesses can be amazing facilitators for amazing change and can be huge, these huge catalysts in the world. And that they can really, they can change the course of other people. They can change the course of other people's lives as well as change the course of our lives. So if you guys agree with that, give me an amen in the comments. I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you. Cool. Yes. All right. You guys are agreeing. Yay. Amens, amens, amens. Woohoo. All right. Cool. So you guys are tracking with me. Good, 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 good. All right. So you agree you're in the right place. You're hanging out with the right people. So now you know what motivates me in my business. Let's talk about you and your amazing business. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through my $30,000 launch, show you the ins and the outs, the back planning that went into it, and what worked and what absolutely didn't work. But before I go into this, guys, I don't believe in cookie cutter marketing. I don't believe in one size fits all. I don't believe that this method will work for you if you copy and paste it. Okay? This strategy works because I've taken it and I've made it my own. And so what I want you guys to do today is I want you to take it, I want you to make it your own. Okay, this strategy may not work for everyone, but what I want to do is give you the insight, the insider sneak peek into what works for me, and then you can take that information and make it your own. I think this is the thing about online business is that we see these people doing the big results. We see these big crazy things and we think, oh, if I just start doing that, like I'll totally, I'll hit those income goals. I'll make that impact that I want to make. When in reality, it's the opposite. You have to figure out how to take this strategy and make it your own. Here's my dog. There we go. So that's what I wanted to tell you guys before we get into this today, okay? Cool. Okay. So why are you here? So there's kind of 3 main reasons why you guys are here today from what you guys have told me. So number 1, you launched and you didn't even hit your goals. You were nowhere near your goals. You did not get the results you wanted. Second thing, you launched and you hated it. You were like, oh my gosh, never again, never again. I'm never doing that again. But you know that launching can facilitate amazing change in your business, right? Or the third thing is you want to know what a $30,000 launch even looks like. Like that's what you're working towards. That's your big crazy goal. And this is something I think is really, really healthy. So I'm glad some of you have told me this, right? So it's my goal. If you guys are on my mailing list, which I'm assuming all of you are at this point, if you're in my Facebook group, if you follow me on Facebook, follow me on Instagram, you know that I'm on the mission to create a 7-figure business by the end of 2019. It's a big, scary goal. I'm being super transparent with you guys on how I'm doing this. But a question I recently asked my coach was, like, what does that even look like? Like, what does a 7-figure business look like? Like, I don't even know that type of money and don't even know, like, what that is. So, I think it's really healthy to be asking these questions. So you want to know what a $30,000 launch looks like, and this is what you're looking towards, okay? Cool. Okay. So content. Let's dive in, shall we? So the launch that I'm going to break down for you guys today is a 2-week launch. So before you launch, it's really important to learn a couple of things. So number 1, where do your clients buy from you? So I know that my clients buy from my email list. Here we go. My clients buy from my email list. So they're not buying from my Facebook group. They're not buying from Facebook posts. They're not buying from Instagram. So I've started taking all of my social media platforms and driving them to my email list because they get to know, like, and trust me through those platforms, and then they buy through my email. So it's important that you know that, okay? And then the second thing, and this is something I'm still trying to figure out in my business, but things to think about for you and for your business. So what sort of information do they need from you? So do they want webinars? Do they want challenges? Do they want everything to be done passively through like an email challenge? Like, what do they want? What sort of information do they want from you and how do they want it delivered? So my audience likes live events, but they're divided. They like webinars and they like challenges. So for this launch, I did 2 webinars and I did a challenge, okay? Rosie, dog. Okay, so the launch was 14 days total. So I'm going to do numbers, right? Number for the days. So day number one was a Monday. So we started on a Monday and I did a webinar in the very beginning, okay? And then, Nor. The second week, day 8 through 11, I did a 4-day challenge. And then day 12 was the last Friday of the launch. I did a webinar. And then the cart closed on day 14. So it closed on a Sunday, okay? So I had an email funnels. I had multiple email funnels. I'm going to go over the funnels right now, okay? So it was a 2-week active launch. The first webinar, which was on day 1, had 2 funnels going towards it, okay? So first off, I did Facebook ads 2 weeks out. So 2 weeks out from the launch, from the start of the webinar. So day -14 through -1, day -14 through day -1, was the 2-week long Facebook ads, okay? And then I had the webinar on a Monday and, promotion emails and all of that. And the Facebook ads went to a cold audience. Of course, I promoted it to my email list. Of course, I promoted it to my Facebook group. But really launching, guys, I kind of view it as list building. So I ran Facebook ads 2 weeks prior. So the first week was when I was testing. So I would test images, I would test audiences, I would test copy. And there was a lot of testing going on. Once I figured out what worked that first week, the second week, I poured money into Facebook ads because I knew certain things that would work and I knew certain things that didn't work and I stopped doing them. So I spent a good amount of money on Facebook ads in that second week. But what it did is it got a lot of people in closer to when the webinar went live. And I think that's kind of important when you're doing live events is you get people in closer to when the actual event is happening. I think 2 weeks out is a little bit of a long time, but you got to split test in order to figure out what's working in your ads. So I did my Facebook ads to a cold audience, and then I just promoted it to my list, Facebook group, Facebook, Instagram, all of that. So the first funnel for this webinar was for the people who attended live. And I knew that people attended live because they clicked the go live link in the confirmation email. Or the email, not the confirmation email. I didn't have the link in the confirmation email. I had the link in the hey, we're live email. So I knew that they watched me live at least some point during the broadcast, during the webinar, because they clicked that link. So when they were on the webinar, they were presenting a super juicy offer to buy while live. So that was the scarcity. Like they got a ridiculous deal if they bought while they were live. And then if they didn't take me up on that, there was a limited time open cart period to only those who were live. Okay. So it was for 48 hours. And if they didn't buy, they then got the option to be put on the wait list. And so what the wait list is basically another funnel. So once they submitted their information to get put on the wait list, they then got put into a funnel that was 7 days of nourished emails. So testimonies, videos just for them. And then the cart got reopened back up for them through that funnel. And they were super eager to buy because they felt like they had missed out. They felt like they were like, okay, like it wasn't time for me to buy during the webinar or during that promotion period afterwards. But like, yeah, now it's my time to buy. Like, yeah, I said I was interested in this, and so I'm going to buy. And so it's a really, really, really good way to get really qualified people in that funnel. That funnel converted right around 50%, which is really good for a funnel. Cool. You guys have any questions, put them in the comments, okay? Second one is for those who registered for the webinar, but they didn't attend live. So if they did not click the watch live button, they got an email once the webinar was over that said they wouldn't be able to get the live offer, but that I would be sharing an offer with them over the next couple of days. So that was the first email they got right after the webinar. The second email they got was a 48-hour open cart program with a special bonus. So if they bought within this special 48-hour period, they got a special bonus. So the bonus was a course, a little mini course I created. So if they didn't buy, then they got prompted again for that waitlist funnel. So people who again entered into that got the 7 days of video testimonies, nourished emails, and then an open cart period. And again, that funnel was really, really successful. And it was the same funnel I offered to, the same like offer I offered to those who watched live. Does that make sense, guys? All right, so then the the third funnel I did was a standard funnel with a freebie, and it was all automated. So what this was they downloaded a freebie with a tripwire offer that converted right around 50%, which paid for my ads. And guys, that sort of tripwire offer is bananas. That is a really high conversion rate. Usually tripwires convert around 5%. This one converted around 50%. So what it did is it paid for my Facebook ads for this entire launch, which was amazing and super beneficial to me. So quite honestly, I didn't even care if this funnel converted. Like if they enrolled in the program from this funnel, I just wanted them to buy the tripwire because it got cash in my bank account that I could then pour back into Facebook ads. So it was a freebie. From there, they got entered into a 2-week-long funnel that was half value, half pitching. They got offered the same deal for the webinar live viewers that were pitched in that first email. And then that offer was good for 24 hours. So I could use the same email from the webinar as I did in here, which was really, really great whenever you can reuse content. From there, if they didn't take me up on the offer, the pitch was they got an extra one-on-one call if they bought within 72 hours. So that ridiculously juicy, like super low priced first offer expired. And then the second one was a cart close. And if they bought by the end of this promotional period, they got an extra call with me. So even though this was more of like an evergreen launch, the cart for the program was still open. I was still doing an active launch for it, but only the people in this funnel got that extra special offer of that one-on-one call. So it made going through the funnel really beneficial. So what I did for this was I ran Facebook ads 4 weeks prior to the freebie, or 4 weeks prior to the launch happening. And so technically the cart for this program was open way before I actually started promoting it because of this funnel. But what I wanted to do was get people in through this funnel, test the funnel, make sure certain emails actually worked and converted. And then I took the information from this funnel because it had been running longer and had more information, had more stats, and then applied it to my other funnels that I've been talking about. Okay, that makes sense, guys? Let me know if it does. But what the tripwire does, again, I want to go back to the tripwire. The tripwire is an early stage offer that they get when they first enter into the funnel. So they put their name and their email address onto the landing page, they hit submit, and they get offered this really early stage offer. And they get it's a really quick way to get people to buy something from you. And it was a little mini course, really simple mini course that was really value packed and at a really low price. It was $27. So it was a really quick way to get people in, get the know, like, and trust factor, help them to learn some things. And it worked really well, and it paid for my ads entirely. And also this is kind of cool, one of my one-on-one clients has a tripwire right now that's converting right around 30%, and she is launching right now. And what that's doing is it's paying for her ads agency, so she's completely hands-off on her Facebook ads and the ad spend, which, as far as I'm concerned, what dreams are made of. It's working really well for her. Funnel 3, was it to cold traffic? Yes, it was. I probably forgot to say that. Yes, it was to cold traffic. I, of course, promoted it to my list and to my email or to my Facebook group and all of that. But yeah, the ads were going to cold traffic. Because again, I think when you launch, you got to be continually list building. Because think about it like this. If you have 5,000 people, they've been on your list for 6 months, they're probably not going to buy from you, right? If they haven't bought from you yet. Usually people buy within the first 3 to 4 months of getting to know you. That could be true for you, could not be true for you, but that's true for me. So yeah, it's to a cold audience, because I think you should be list building as you are launching. This is so great. Was your target market only in the US, or did you do multi-country? I did multi-country. There is a little known Facebook ad country that's called worldwide. Obviously it's not a country, but it's in the country area. You can do worldwide. And then what I do is I always target English speakers, so they actually speak my language. It's kind of a little bit of a hit and miss sometimes. Sometimes you get some interesting people on your list, but it's paid off for me. So it works well for me. So try that. And then Kathy Richards, hi. So if they don't buy that first tripwire, maybe we need to change it or the price. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I think that the function of the tripwire, the reason why people buy is because it enhances their experience with the opt-in. So if they're not buying it and you know it's really good, either you're not doing a good job of selling it or the scarcity isn't there. So making it very clear when the offer expires. I always do 15 minutes. That seems to work for me and for my audience. Yeah, so either change it, change the price, change your pitch, all of that. Yep. Very good question, guys. Good questions. All right. Yeah. So the second webinar was on day 12. So it was the last Friday before the cart closes. So it was on Friday, the cart closed on Sunday. So again, a very similar kind of model. So the first funnel was to those who registered for the webinar and watched live. So for those who clicked the watch button, they were presented the program at full price, and the scarcity factor was that it closes in 3 days. So I used the most popular emails from the first webinar funnel and used it in here. So instead of rewriting these emails, you have stats on these emails. You know what opens, you know what subject line worked best, you know who clicked when, all of that. So you can take emails from an earlier funnel that works really well and plug them into this funnel. And that's what I did. A big part of launching is testing and figuring out what works for you and figuring out what doesn't work for you. So yeah, you got to experiment sometimes. You do. It's kind of what you got to do during launching. But it's a method that I have found works really well for me. So that was for the live people. And then for those who didn't watch it live but registered for it, present them with a replay, briefly mention the offer in that email with the replay. And then they get follow-up emails on Saturday and Sunday. Scarcity, again, is that the cart is closing. And then those Facebook ads were done a week prior to my warm audience, because I figured at the price point of the program, a cold audience member was probably not going to buy immediately, right? They need to get to know, and trust me a little bit more. So I spent my money on Facebook ads to my warm audience. So my Facebook page, email list, people who have watched Facebook Lives, things like that. And so I could target them through Facebook ads, and that worked really, really well. And this ad format, so kind of what I just went over with you guys for the ads and for the different funnels, this is what one of my one-on-one clients is doing right now. And she is in the middle of a launch. I have a lot of clients that are launching right now, which is kind of cool. And she was able to grow her list by 1,000 people, and she only spent $1,200 in doing that. So she had a really good ROI for the money she put into Facebook ads. And then she's in the middle of her launch right now. I think she's doing a 3-week launch. We're in her second week because she's never launched before. So I'm interested to see how those new subscribers, how they convert and when they convert. Okay, so those are my webinars and my funnel for it, my passive funnel. The last sort of thing I did was the challenge, right? So that was day 8 through 9, 10, 11. Yeah. Day 8 through 11. So the second week, Monday through Thursday. So again, I ran Facebook ads 2 weeks prior to a cold audience. Of course, publicized it to my warm audience. But again, I wanted a list build. So 2 weeks prior to my cold audience, every single day, these folks got an email with, saying, hey, the Facebook Live is going to be at noon. Make sure you watch. And then they got presented the offer on Thursday evening. And then again, the scarcity factor was that the cart was closing. So the only real bonuses I offered was that first week. That first webinar. They were really the only bonuses they got. The other ones, the scarcity factor was that the cart's closing, so you got to buy now if you want in. And of course, in that evergreen funnel also, that they had different bonuses and different incentives to buy. But really, the challenge in that last webinar, the incentive was you got to buy it because the cart's closing. So that's really, really, really effective. I highly recommend you guys do that. Cool. Okay, no questions. Good. All right, so those are the funnels. If you guys have questions about the funnels and the email and the live events and the Facebook ads, let me know, okay? All right, so the other thing I wanted to talk about was outsourcing. So what exactly did I outsource, okay? So number one, I outsourced the onboarding process. I hate contracts. I hate adding people to the email list. I hate adding people to the Facebook group. all of that. That makes me crazy. So I outsource that. It's like way too tedious for me. It's way too tedious. Justine says, this is such amazing info. I'm writing like a maniac. Yeah, Justine, there will be a replay. There will be a replay. But yeah, if you have questions along the way, feel free to ask. I'll be checking in to the comments. Yeah, I'm glad you're getting a lot out of it. Okay, so I outsourced the onboarding process. I hired a VA, a very early stage entrepreneur VA. She required, I think it was $15 an hour. And so whenever there was a new sale, she would get an email and she would handle all of it. I had no part in that whatsoever. But what she did for me was she recorded how they came to me. So did they record, did they come in from a webinar, the challenge? What email did they buy from? All of that. So she recorded that for me, and it was really, really valuable information. Second thing I outsourced was the copywriting. And guys, copywriting is expensive. There's no way to get around it. But for me, I really actually legit like writing. I actually really love talking to you guys. I think I can really get into your head. I think I can really help, right? But copywriting takes me forever. So I hired a copywriter to write the sales page, and it cost me a pretty penny. But it was totally worth it because, quite honestly, I couldn't have written it. I could not have done that. I could have done an okay job, but it also got done so much quicker than anything I could have ever done. And guys, time is money as far as I'm concerned, and we don't have time to spend, what we're supposed to be doing is serving our clients, not writing sales pages. That's not what we're supposed to be doing. Steffi says, I'm taking notes like crazy. Good. Okay, good, guys. And then the third thing I did is I had another VA set up my funnels and tags in ConvertKit. So this is my higher end VA I have. She's a little bit more advanced. So she was able to really deal with the targeting and the tagging and making sure that all the funnels worked, all of that, setting up deadline funnels, all of that. I had her do that. And so that saved me a lot of detail work. And I like details in my business, but I don't like doing them for my own business. Yeah. So what these three things allowed me to do, why I outsourced them, was because they allowed me to only do the things that I am supposed to do during the launch. And guys, that is key. That's key. During a launch, you have to preserve yourself. And I know this sounds kind of dramatic, but it's true. You are expending tons of your time, tons of your effort. You are super emotionally wrapped up in what you're doing. It's a very emotional time. It's like a roller coaster. So you need to make sure that you are only doing the things that you have to be doing, which is showing up for Facebook Lives, doing webinars, doing challenges, maybe taking sales calls if that's a choice that you want to do. You have to do the things that only you can do. You have to outsource everything else. And yes, during that time, your costs, they're going to go up. You're going to spend more money on your business. But if it helps you to be more successful, it helps you to have a 30K launch and you spend maybe $3,000 more in your business, it's totally worth it, guys. Totally worth it. And if it saves your sanity at the end of the day, it's really worth it then, right? That launch I told you guys about in the beginning, that was in April 2016. I really questioned what I was doing. And launching has the potential to change your life, and also has the potential to change your clients' lives. You got to figure it out. Okay. I went on a little bit of a tangent, but it's true. You have to figure it out. Oh, thanks, Nor. I hope she stays quiet. We're almost done. Cool. Okay. Pre-done. What was done before the challenge even started, or before the launch even started? Funnels were scheduled and tagged. I had pages upon pages upon pages. ConvertKit broadcasts scheduled. You have to pre-schedule that stuff. It is not your job and your duty to be writing all of those things during your launch. Pre-do that, okay? And again, that's where an OBM or a VA comes in. Second thing, deadline funnel timers. These things make me crazy. So get those done before. Again, if they make you crazy, like I just said, hire someone. Hire someone to do it. It's going to take the detail work out. It's going to take the stress off of you. All right, mindset work I did. I promised you guys to talk a little bit about mindset. Mindset makes or breaks your business. You can have the most perfectly written sales page. You can have the amazing funnels. You can have the OBM setting everything up for you. You can have everything perfect. perfect branding. But if you show up to your business as a hot mindset mess, it's not going to work. It's not. Your clients are going to see right through you. They're going to see she's super negative. She's really negative today. Or, oh, her energy is just off. You know how like you can tell if you vibe with someone, like you're like, oh, I really like her energy. Like I say that a lot. I'm like, oh, I love your energy. Like this is awesome. You know, that's mindset, guys. That is so incredibly important. It's so incredibly important. Carrie says, hot mindset mess. Ha, yes, it's so true, right? I've been a hot mindset mess before and it sucks. It's not a good way to live. So you have to do the work to make sure that your mindset is at the highest when you are launching, okay? So I have 10 things I did. Some of them are mindset, some of them are more self-care, but I just want to get you like thinking about your business. You know, your business is one aspect of your life. And so in order to show up to your business in the best way possible, in order to show up to your family in the best way possible, in order to show up to the causes that you feel passionate about the best way possible, you got to be the best thing. Okay. So I did 10 things and I wrote them all down. I want to share them with you. Number 1, I moved every single day. That doesn't necessarily mean a workout. It means I went on a walk or I went to the park with Camden or I did something. I moved every day. Okay. Second thing I did, this is so important for me. When I get hungry, I get hangry. I get like angry and hungry and then I eat sugar and then that doesn't work. So I ate breakfast. I had a morning snack. I had lunch. I had a really like nutrition packed smoothie every afternoon. And I did that every single day. I fueled my body in the way that needed to be fueled. I took the time to do that. Number 3, I cleaned and like tidied up my workspace every day. I do not like clutter. I do not like messes. And so when I work though, I'm really messy. Like if you guys could see my desk right now, it's covered. But at the end of the day, I'm going to clean it up because I have to come to a space that's clean and neat and ready for me to work. Okay. 4, I hired help in the afternoon for 2 days a week for Camden. And these were days where I would do sales calls. I would do live things. So, you know, it was like, I think I paid her $15 an hour, 3 hours. So what? $45, $90 a week. So $180 for the 2-week launch. Totally fine. Camden was taken care of. He was happy. He was worn out, which is awesome when you can wear a 4-year-old out. And he slept really well those nights. And so it allowed me the space and the time, and it took the stress off of me for like trying to find something to occupy him. Have you guys done that? Like, I'm sure you have. If you have kids, like, oh, let's put them in front of the TV for an hour while I take the sales call. No, I didn't have to do that. And it was such a relief. I knew he was happy. I knew he was taken care of, and that worked. Number 5, affirmations everywhere, you guys. I put affirmations all over my house. My husband thought I was insane. I put them on my mirror. I put them in the fridge. I put them on the coffee. I put them everywhere. I put them on my phone. I think I still have one. Ooh. Success is inevitable for me. I made them. I put them everywhere. It's important that we put positive thoughts into your mind. What are my affirmations? Justine says, hooray for good eating. I thought you would like that, Justine. Success is inevitable for me, Carrie. I am a 7-figure business owner easily and by being myself, because that's a big limiting belief I used to have. I used to think I had to like become a new person, or that it would be really, really hard work to create, you know, whatever success I wanted. So those 2 really, really helped me. So those are 2 affirmations I love. I meditated 3 times a day, and meditation for me is like walking. I can't sit still. I'm a high energy person, which is why Camden is a high energy kid. So I meditated 3 times a day. So I have this app called Simple Habit that I use that helps me to really like quiet my mind and stop thinking about everything, stop doing all the things. And I would put notifications on my phone to actually meditate, and it worked really well. The 7th thing I did is I journaled. I journaled what I'm grateful for. I journaled acting as if. So ease and confidence are a big thing for me, like I just said. I want things to be easy, and I want things to happen because I'm me and because I put them out there, and I deserve to have those results. So acting as if this does that. So I would journal like, I am so grateful for my $50,000 launch, or I'm so grateful for my $30,000 launch, or I'm so grateful for the vacation I just paid for. I'm so grateful for the $10,000 I just donated to World Vision. I'm so grateful for, you know, things like that. Acting as if. So getting yourself in that place and that mindset and that vibe of gratitude, of generosity, of freedom, of security, that was really big for me. I got a massage once a week. That was amazing. I took a shower and I put on makeup every single day. And I'm not saying you have to like have Hollywood makeup on every day, but I think that makes a big difference when we, put the time and effort into our appearance. I don't know about you guys, but I show up in a better way. I show up feeling more confident. I show up feeling prettier. I know that's kind of superficial, but like it helps me to feel more put together and more like a business owner. And then the last thing I did is I drank 100 ounces of water a day. I don't absorb water like everyone else. It's like a deficiency in the way I absorb water. So 100 ounces of water is a minimum for me for every day. So I make sure that I get all of my water that I need every single day because I get dehydrated really, really, really easily. And then some resources that I pulled from and I still pull from are Manifestation Babe. If you guys don't know her, you should check her out. She's awesome. Just manifestationbabe.com. She has a Facebook group that's really cool. High Performance Habits. Love that book. I am in, what is his name? Brendan Burchard. Gosh, I'm in Brendan Burchard's membership site. It's awesome. I love him. Success Principles by Jack Canfield. Great book. Sell or Be Sold by Grant Cardone. I have that on audio and I listen to it probably 4 times a year. I learn something new every single time. Podcasts, Entrepreneur on Fire, How It Is Built, Radiolab. I love NPR, so those are 2 Radiolab ones. And really just like anything I can get my hands on, anything I can consume. And I do a lot of audio stuff because as I'm picking Camden up or I'm going on a walk or I'm doing the dishes or I'm cooking dinner, which I hate doing, I listen to things that put positive thoughts in my head and just kind of educate me. Nora says, how are you managing momminess with all of this? Nora, I have people. Camden goes to preschool. I have Nora on a pretty strict schedule. Girlfriend is like regimented. And I ask for help. I get help. My husband helps me out a lot. I have a babysitter on Fridays. And yeah, we make it work. And like my business revolves around my family. So like this summer, probably not going to be doing like active launches. Well, girlfriend, probably not going to be doing active launches. I'm probably just going to be doing passive launches and evergreen launches. So yeah, it's just a matter of making it work for you. You've got to figure that out. You do, or else it's never going to feel great, right? Okay, 3 things I will never do again during the launch. So as much as my launch was amazing, my launches are amazing. I love launching. I've done things that have not been smart during launching. And so I want to tell you what those are so you don't do them. Okay. First one. So the launch that I'm speaking of right now was a 2-week launch. Okay. And so in this time, I overcommitted myself in my personal life. And so this is kind of my theory. It's a 2-week launch that maybe you do once or twice or 3 or 4 times a year. During this 2 weeks, you need to say no to everything. Anything that does not serve you and your business and your family, you need to say no to. And so during this last one, I was like, oh no, I can totally get by with some things. Nope. It didn't work. I committed to volunteering for Camden's class. I committed to hosting our small group. And even though that was on a weekend, I thought I could get by with it. No, I need the weekends off when I'm launching. I scheduled a home repair during that week. So our basement flooded, which is where I'm sitting right now. And it's where my office was. And I scheduled the home repairs to happen during the launch. So not only was my office like a complete total wreck, I couldn't work in it. I then was like, oh yeah, we can totally fix the floors. That won't be a problem during that time. Such a mess. It was stressful. And I didn't ask for the help that I needed during that time. And so I will never do that again. So don't do that. Say no. Just say no. It's only 2 weeks. The second thing I did that I will never do again is I had a chat box on the sales page. And so what this was a little pop-up that said, hey, you have any questions about blah, 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 I'd love to chat with you. And it's connected to my phone. And it's connected to my computer. And so anytime anyone chat in there, it would come to my phone, it would come to my computer, and it distracted me. And so I felt like I had to always be attached to my phone, to my computer, else I'd miss messages. And then I would miss messages because I have a life, and I would feel bad. But then I realized, after the launch was over, anyone who chatted me through that box didn't buy. So it wasn't an effective marketing tool, and it stressed me out. And I felt like I was losing people. So I'll never use a chat box ever again. Some people love them. I did not. And the third thing I did was I let fear take over sometimes. So the Facebook ads, I spent a ton of money on Facebook ads, more than I'd ever spent in an entire launch. I think I spent like $3,000 to $5,000, which was a lot. I usually spend like $1,000 a month on Facebook ads. And so, you know, I put people through that evergreen funnel, and I knew what was working. Like, I knew what was working in that funnel. The funnel didn't perform wonderfully, but really the function of that funnel, like I said, was to sell the tripwire. And so I knew like what didn't work. And so I changed my other funnels, my webinar funnels, my challenge funnels, based on that funnel. And so like I knew like logically what worked, what didn't work. But for some reason I let fear step in sometimes. And so as I'm spending, you know, a lot of money on Facebook ads, I'm getting nervous and I'm feeling fear. And so I turned them off for a little bit. And then I was like, no, like this resistance, this fear that you're feeling right now, this is your body trying to protect you. This is your caveman-like reflexes coming in. And this doesn't serve you, it doesn't serve your clients, it doesn't serve your business. And so I turned them back on, and I had to just kind of reassure myself, like, Allison, you know what works, you know what doesn't. These funnels are going to work. You're going to do big things in this launch because you've tested this. Like everything that you've been doing up to this point is in this moment. And by you turning them off, by me turning those ads off, it wasn't doing myself or my clients a service. It was doing them a huge disservice. So those are 3 things that I just wanted to bring up because not everything works for everybody. And even though I may sit here and seem like a super confident person, I may sit here and tell you guys about my $30,000 launch, you know, there were things that didn't go wonderfully. And I just want to encourage you guys to, like, if something's not working, stop doing it. Like, if it doesn't feel good, stop doing it. Okay. So 3 of the biggest mistakes to avoid: believing that you have to be a certain size in order to have big results. You don't at all. Number 2, playing it small and not fully following through with your launch. Have you guys done this before? I have. So you like open the cart and nobody buys in the first like 3 days and you start to freak out. And then you start to like withdraw and your energy drops. Stop it. Don't do that. You need to follow through with your launch because probably people are watching you. They're sitting, if you've never launched this program before, they're sitting there seeing what you'll do. They are interested, they're watching, so you need to keep showing up in the same way that you have been. High vibe, high energy, and you need to follow it through. You need to see it through. Third thing, not planning the entire thing out. So make sure that you plan it out. Make sure that you know what's happening when. Make sure that you have everything planned before you launch, because when you launch, things are going to crop up. Things are going to start happening that you don't expect. So you have to be able to troubleshoot and account for those things. So you need to have things scheduled. You need to have things scheduled out. Okay? So what makes me different from other business strategists is this. I have no problem sitting here and telling you guys about my business, the ins, the outs, what's working, what's not. And I think a lot of times in the online space, we see and we hear outrageous claims like our $30,000 launch. But the how is missing, right? We talk about it. Everybody wants it. Everybody wants the magic number, but nobody tells us how we're going to get it. So what I teach my clients to do is what I'm doing. I'm sharing what's not working, what is working. And I want to then help you and them figure out what this looks like for their business. I absolutely do not offer one size fits all anything. So the most important thing I want you to take away from today's webinar is it doesn't have to take a year or 2 to create a profitable online business. You can have success, and you can have that success now, whatever that success looks like for you. Okay? You do not have to wait around. So the big question is this: how can you use tried and true strategy to facilitate the success that you're searching for in business? How can you get the support that you need to get while not breaking the bank? How can you set your business up for success and financial success? So you have 2 choices. Number 1, you can launch and launch and launch and launch, and you can burn yourself out. You can question everything you're doing, and you can fail over and over and over and over again. Choice number 2, you can get the support that your business needs and that you deserve through my exclusive membership community, the Naptime Hustlers Incubator. And yes, I'm going to tell you guys about my program, but I'm going to make you guys a really juicy offer, like one that's going to make it a no-brainer. So I want you guys to hang out with me, hear about the community, hear about what it can do for you, and then I want to make you a really awesome offer. So hang out with me. And before I tell you all about that, I do want to say I am going to be answering questions at the end, okay? So make sure if you guys have questions, hang around and I'll answer them, okay? So what the Naptime Hustlers Incubator is it's a community that is meant to serve women who are raising businesses while they're raising their families. And the reason why I created this is because I saw a need in the market. My business did not take off until I got the support and the coaching I needed by another mom entrepreneur who was super successful. I worked, and this is no fault of anybody else. It's just happenstance. I've worked with coaches in the past who didn't have kids, didn't have families, and they're sitting there telling me to work 12-hour days and to sacrifice your weekends. When guys, like, when I'm up with a newborn every hour, like I can't work 12-hour days. It's not possible. We need to be able to keep our families at the forefront and have businesses that do amazing things for us, right? We need to have that type of support. And, you know, we have kids to schlep to and from practices. We have sleepless nights. We have spouses who have crazy schedules. Mine does. And we need to have the support of people who get it. So while you can learn about business from practically any coach, you need to work with someone who gets it, who understands your point of view. Okay, so what exactly do you get when you enroll in the Naptime Hustlers Incubator? Number one, you get community. So as mompreneurs, we have a unique way of working. We work in the small pockets of time that we have, like nap time. We have different priorities. We have challenges. And we just have different obstacles than the average entrepreneur. For many of us, our kids have a huge effect on our business, and for better or for worse, right? So I wanted to create a community of like-minded women who want to lift each other up and support one another through an exclusive Facebook group, okay? Training, number two, monthly you get trainings from powerhouse female entrepreneurs and myself in their zone of genius. So what they do is they share a strategy in an interview with me, and then with that, you get a workbook that goes along with the training that helps you to really take those strategies and apply them to your business. And again, I don't believe in cookie cutter marketing. I don't believe in cookie cutter strategies. So that's what that workbook does, is it really helps you to apply it to your business. Then the third thing is you get coaching. So monthly, you have a group coaching call with myself and the other women in the program. So this is an opportunity for you to get laser coaching from me, designed to supercharge your business to get you moving in a very specific direction. Okay. So now you're thinking, okay, yeah, this sounds awesome. It sounds totally like something I need. How much is this going to cost me, right? So here's what I want to do. So because I love this program, because I believe in this program, because I want to create a community that truly serves, I want to make you an offer that is a no-brainer. Nora. So normally the price for the incubator is $97 a month. But for today, and today only, I want to offer you a $1 30-day trial. 30 days for $1. So if you've hung out with me long enough and up to this point, you've dealt with Nora, you've dealt with my lack of slides, I want to say thank you and offer this to you. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to AllisonHardy.com/NHI 30,000. I'm going to put the link here in the comments. There we go. So you're going to enroll through that link, but let me just bounce for a little bit. When today ends, the offer is going away. So make sure that you enroll today. Okay, so let's talk about the details. When you enroll, you get the incubator for 30 days. So you get a group coaching call, you get a training, you get the community for 30 days, which is awesome. You can plug into it right now. You can get access to this month's group coaching call, you can get the training, all of that. When your 30 days is up, if you decide that you want to stay in the incubator, You do nothing, and you get enrolled in through the $97 price point a month. No big deal. You don't have to do anything. If you decide that it's not for you, you can cancel at any time. There's no there's a contract, but there's no term limits. There's nothing like that. You can cancel at any time. So if you decide the the dollar trial isn't something that you want, and that the incubator isn't something you want, just cancel it before your 30 days is up. Easy peasy. And that's what my team is here to do. They're here to help you do that. So you can email them for support, okay? So instead of saying, hey, I can't afford $97 a month, Allison, that's a lot. Like I can't do it. Ask yourself, why can't I do this? How can I not afford this? Like, what if this $97 price point, if you decide to stay in it, 10x is your business? What if it 20x is your business? The possibilities are endless. Sometimes it's just a matter of moving in the right direction. And I think that this is the direction for you guys if this is what you're interested in. So I want to show you the sales page. I want to show you how you are going to do this. So let me screen share with you. Can you guys see my screen? Okay, so this is the sales page. Girlfriend. So again, AllisonHardy.com/NHI 30,000. So this is the sales page for it. You can see the dollar trial is expiring in 11 hours. You can enroll through this link. You can also scroll down. Nora. Hey. Stop. So you can scroll down. You can see some more details. You can enroll through this link. So all you're going to do is click here. It'll enroll you. You go down here. You can see some videos by some of my amazing clients. You can see some testimonies, some social proof of some awesome results. Some of my clients have gotten 10K likes in 70 hours. Awesome. And then you can learn a little bit more. And then you can also enroll again through here, okay? And then if you have questions, put them in the field, hit submit. I'll be answering those emails today. So that is the sales page. Let me go back and stop the share. Perfect. All right, let me grab my notes again. So once you submit your payment, once you hit, I'm in, and you enroll for $1, you will get an email from me welcoming you to the community. You can get plugged in right now. And for those of you who are buying right now, I've gotten some notifications. Woohoo! I'm going to go in there later today and welcome you guys into the community. So I'll let you in. You can start plugging around. Check out the pinned post. And then when you guys make an account, Kajabi, which is the platform where I host all of our trainings, will send you an email, and that's how you'll access all the trainings. So they go live on the 15th of every month, and you can, when the 15th comes, you can see the trainings through that. There's also a special bonus in the file section of a training on sales. So if nothing less, pay $1 and get that training on those sales, because that's awesome. It's an awesome training. Okay, so now I'm going to open the webinar up for some questions. So if you have questions, put them in the chat and let's talk about it. Woohoo! Marsha, welcome to the Naptime Hustlers Incubator. So excited to have you. Okay, one of the questions I have, I'm seeing, let's see. Thanks, Justine. I have a question from, who else? Stephanie says, I don't have questions, but just want to say that I'm a part of the Naptime Hustlers. Yes, you are, Stephanie. And the group is amazing. Thank you, Stephanie. It's a pleasure to have you in. And I'm so glad we get to work in this capacity together. It's awesome. Okay, so one of the questions is coming from Jessica, and you're saying, I've enrolled in membership communities before, and I've gotten nothing out of them. How is this going to be different? Okay, first off, it's small. There's only about 30 people in it right now. I am going to scale it, so do know that. But I show up every day giving advice, and the other women in the community do the same. They're amazing. You will be fully supported in your entrepreneurial journey through this membership community. Second, it's designed specifically for women who are raising children and raising their businesses at the same time. So you're not going to find strategies that fill your workday with fluff, because we don't have time for that, right? This is value-filled, content-rich information that you will get access to each and every month. All right, another question. Marcia says, Can I get information on your one-on-one program? Yeah, I did talk about some of my one-on-one programs, clients, didn't I? Yeah, I can send that to you. I will put it in the replay email, guys, so you guys can check out my one-on-one program there. Guys, my one-on-one program is amazing, if I do say so myself. It's the most intensive way I can support you in your entrepreneurial journey. So when you enroll in my one-on-one program, you get Nap Time Hustler Incubator enrollment for life. As long as it's around, you'll have access to it. You get lifetime access to all of my courses, and you get access to anything live I'm doing during that time. And then, of course, you get 4 months of one-on-one super intensive support every single day if that's what you want. So yeah, my one-on-one program is amazing. I love it. So I can put that in the replay email. So thank you for asking for that. Yeah, of course. I will. Oh, cool. Yeah, I'll send that out. Cool. Excited to chat with you. Justine says, the Facebook ads you ran before the 14-day launch sequence, were they for the first webinar on day one? Yes, Justine, you got it. Yes, I ran the first week of those ads. That was just like the split testing. So figuring out what audiences respond to what image to use, what copy to use. And then the second week of those ads were where I poured all the money into them, got more people in. Yeah. Good question. Okay. Other questions. What if I decide that I don't want to stay in the incubator? It's actually really easy, guys. You can go into Kajabi and you just cancel your account. My team, when you enroll, you get like my community manager, her name is Carrie. You get her email. She can also help you. So it's really easy to do. There's no term limits. There's no requirements. And you'll get locked in at the price that you enroll at. So in the future, just so you know, I do plan on bringing the price up a little bit. So you'll never experience a price increase. You'll always stay at the price point you're at. Okay. And it's really easy to cancel. And again, my team is there to help you do that. Another question. Justine, did I answer your question? Let me know if it did. Another question that I'm seeing is, why do I need this in order to help me reach my business goals for the year? Yeah, I get it. I understand how hard investing in my business can be. I invested in a mastermind this year, quite honestly, that scared the pants off of me. And it still scares me. Every single month when I make my payment, I get the butterflies in my stomach and I'm really nervous. But, you know, when I started 2018, I set my sights on growing my business by another 400%. And it can be daunting when we seem like we are so far away from our goals. But surrounding yourself with women who not only understand your complete and unbridled ambition and where you are in your business and where you're going, along with your role as a mom, that's where the magic happens. Like, that's where everything falls into place. The women in the incubator are probably some of the most supportive women I have ever met and I've had the pleasure of working with. And they want you to hit your goals. They want to cheer you on. They want to help you out. They're there to help you. They really are. And I want to help you too. And the thing that separates successful entrepreneurs from those who maybe are not is who they surround themselves with. So if they surround themselves with women who get it, they're going to be more successful. You are the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So if you're looking for support, if you're looking for super ambitious women, incubator is your thing. And bottom line, I want this to be the business investment you make this year. And who enrolled? Someone enrolled. Jessica, thank you. Yay. Welcome to the Naptime Hustlers Incubator. I'm excited to have you. So for those of you guys who are starting to enroll, oh, I see another one. Erica, hello. Yay. I'll pop into the Facebook group later today. I have to go pick Camden up here pretty soon, but I will pop in and let you guys, so request access to join the Facebook group, and then we will get going. Yay. Any other questions? Good, Justine. I'm glad that worked. Okay. If you have any other questions, put them in the chat. I'm going to wrap this up. So you guys, you'll get all of this information delivered right to your inbox along with the replay when the webinar is over. So remember, the $1 trial expires today. So if you want to enroll for $1, get business coaching for $1, you got to do it by today. So again, it's AllisonHardy.com/NHI 30,000. Again, I will put this in the comments or the chat box. There we go. So you have that. Click that link. Get yourself enrolled. There's no time like the present. And let's make your business amazing this year. So thank you so much for hanging out with me over the last hour, y'all. I know that when you make these strategies your own, you can and you will hit every single launch goal you have for yourself. There's no reason to wait around for that success. Claim it and make it your own. So have a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys shortly. I'll be in your inbox very soon. All right, bye guys.